tell you what, I've missed a bigger powerful bike. What's going on, guys? Welcome along to today's video, and as you can tell, I am back on another KTM. This is the KTM 1290 Super Adventure. Big shout out to Fowlers for letting me jump on this demo bike. So Fowlers of Bristol, ever in the area, head on over to them. They're a fantastic bunch of guys and they have a great selection of not only bikes but kit as well. So the last KTM bike I managed to ride was a 1290 Super Ducar, and then now I've jumped onto the Adventure. Next time I'm now going to make sure I get on the 1290 GT. So I'm 6 foot and sitting back at the traffic lights there. I managed to get both the tiptoes down, but I'm definitely not flat-footed with both feet. It's quite a wide seat for me, so it does end up pushing my legs apart a little bit. So for the shorter rider, this is something to take into consideration, and as always, make sure you test ride the bike, see if it works for you. Straight away, one of the first things you notice about this bike is that 7-inch Tft Dash. It is big, and all the information you ever require is there. Nice and easily. So far I've had no glare on the screen, unlike the Benelli 502C I rode the other day. The video is in the link above. So for an adventure style bike, touring bike, my knees are in a really nice comfortable bent position, feet are nice and comfortably underneath, in between my knee and my bum. So it just enables you to have that comfortable riding position, especially on this style bike. If you want to be chewing up the miles, do some touring, you won't have any aching knees, unlike some of the other bikes that we've ridden. Currently this bike is sitting at £14,999. As always though, with KTM you can throw a whole bucket load of extras onto it, and obviously those extras come with a price tag. I know when I was looking at the GT and I was pricing it up, adding on some of the extras, I think I landed at around £2,000 worth of extras before I was comfortable in saying that is the bike I want. This kind of style bike, the luggage is always going to be a good thing that you want, just to enable you to do that bit of touring, whack some side bags and then go for it from there. One day, me and the other half of D.S.R Zoe will definitely get some bags on and we're going to do a bit of a touring pack. So just like the Super Ducar, it's got Brembos front and rear, really nice bike. Really nice feel from the brakes themselves. So one thing I have activated on the package on this bike is the anti-dive. That means at a harsh braking, the front stays level rather than pitching forward. That's especially going to be pertinent if you're carrying a passenger. When you de-accelerate or start braking, sometimes they do tend to slide forward and start nugging you in the head. So that anti-dive will just help the pillion not hitting you in the back of the head, which is a nice little touch. And you do notice it. You do notice it when I'm on the KTM 690 and I start braking. The suspension on that, the travel, it does dive quite a lot. Whereas this, it's got the weight to it still. I'm on the brake and there's hardly any dip to the front, which is really nice. It's not a feature I've had before, but I recommend it. Still feels like there's something holding me back. So exactly the same setup as the Super Ducar. We have got the cruise control on the top right, the back button for the menu. You got your high and low beam at the back with your trigger finger on the left hand. You've got your jog dial, left, right, up and down, and enter. Your indicators, exactly the same as the Super Ducar. You just kind of can't feel that it's gone in or not. It's a very docile feel. I like a more tactile, more mechanical feel to the indicators. Horn as always on the lower left where the thumb is. There you're going to push that button to activate the cruise control. So you push the top right to turn it on, bottom left to activate it. Just below the screen there, we've got a 12-volt charger. So if you haven't got your sat nav or your phone out there, you can put it on charge, which is nice. The screen, one-handed, can be adjusted, really easy. And it's got the toggles on the left and the right hand side, so if you've got the cruise control on, you can do it with the right hand as well. Quick shifter up and down. So far it's been absolutely buttery smooth and I've not had any problems, unlike, as always, the KTM 690, which I absolutely hate that quick shifter. Moving on to the right hand side of the handlebars, at the top right you can see there it says C1 and C2 and there's a little button. Okay, so they're quick modes, so you go into the settings and you can decide what that button does. Currently, if I push it forward, I've got it set to the rider mode, so I can change it straight away without having to go all the way through the menu. Once I'm happy, left hand, push that once and it goes back. Push it again, back to the main menu. Currently I haven't got anything set to the C2, but if I wanted to, I could go through and change it and have whatever menu setting I want to that C2 button. So moving on from the C1, C2 button, we've got that hazard button, nice and simple. I've got the lock and unlock button, which is also the steering lock. So wireless key, when you've got it near the bike, push that button once and it will unlock the bike. And then to finish off on the right hand side, you've got the kill switch and then the starter switch integrated in one. So off the bike, turn it off, push that once. And there you go, that's turned off. Push and hold the button. Hear a little mechanical click, steering lock on. Let me take it around the block. CBR 650R. You know what, for a sports bike, ain't too bad. Obviously a 600, so you got to rev the tits off these things. For me, this would be a good track bike. So this bike comes with 5 rider modes. We've got street, sport, rain, off-road and rally. Within each, you've then got other modes that come available. Work your way through and see what you want to adjust, what works for you. So there you go, that's your anti-dive on and then off. Like I said, I highly recommend leaving it on if you do get this bike with the package. Preload adjuster, you've got low, high, and then also you can then pick the percentage going up in 10% all the way up from 0 to 100. Suspension mode, you've got sport, street, comfort, off-road and advanced, or just leave it on auto. It's off the easy enough. So as you can see with the dash there, just gone into the shadows and it's changed into the dark mode. I've had no dramas with the light and the dark mode on this today with the sun glare, so really happy with that. As you can see, this bike has got cruise control, but an extra thing it does have is the assisted cruise control, which that means you can have it in cruise control, you're set at 75 miles an hour on the motorway, someone pulls into you and the bike will slow down. It will keep that certain distance that you've dictated that you want to keep. It will get to that distance and then it will speed the bike back up to 75 or keeping that correct distance. In the cruise control mode, you've got the ACC Comfort, which is the assisted cruise control. Cruise control only, which means the assisted cruise control is off and it is just solely a standard cruise control. ACC Sport, both with the ACC Comfort and Sport, you can then go into the distance and change how far you want to get to that vehicle in front of you. You've got very short, short, middle, long, very long. So I've used ACC within a camper van and it is one of the best things I've used when it comes to the cruise control world. It brakes nice and steady. You're never worried that it's going to go into the back of a car. Doesn't mean you can stop paying attention to the road, but it's just another aid that just enables, especially long distance touring, to be that little bit more enjoyable. If you get this with the heated grips, you've got the heated grips setting inside there as well. No doubt, I've seen with the GT line you can get heated seats, so I'm assuming, don't quote me on this, but you can get the heated seats for the Adventure line as well. and then the setting will be in that box there. Overall, really enjoying this bike. The engine is lovely, it's punchy, it's powerful. Whatever you want to just twist and go, it's there for you. I'm really excited to try out the GT line because I think that may just be my next bike. Please, in the comments below, let me know if you've tried the Super Duke R, the GT or the Adventure, and what did you think of it? Are you happy with your purchase? If you did, then go ahead and buy it. Wait, there's a horn ND again, every time. So if you haven't seen the Super Duke R video, when I was trying to set the cruise control on the motorway, I kept hitting this horn button, and I've done exactly the same then. But just to recap, top left, push it once, turns on the cruise control. Once you're happy, push the bottom left, that will set it. And now I'm at 40 miles an hour. We've got the cruise control on. If we want to increase the speed, with your thumb, push the plus button, and as you can see, goes up, picks up speed. With your left trigger finger, round the back, find the minus, push that, and it will bring you back down. So remember, if you've got the assisted cruise control on, you're going 50, car pulls out, it will slow you down, and then get that distance that you set between very short and very long. Go on, give it some beans. As you can see there, heated grips. You've got 3 settings: high, medium, low, and off. Oh, bike friends. As always, ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned, because Zoe will be punching out her Honda CBR 650R riding review video next.